Hi, I'm Jason. I'd like to be your lawyer. If you're a victim of an auto accident, give us a chance to earn your business. See what a difference personal care and low fees make. Give us a call, 888-634-1LAW, or visit us online at onelaw.com.
I'm Bryan Hyde, and I'm telling it like it is. You know, for the longest time, the American dream has consisted of going to school, a good school, getting a degree, a good degree, and then getting a job, a good job that pays you lots of money, making dinero and getting paid and buying stuff, and then you retire after 30 or 40 years and, well, you play out the clock until it's time to die.
That's what old people do, they die. Sorry.
That's the way the dream normally played out. In fact, a lot of people still approach the American dream with that in mind. The problem is some things have changed. For instance, in the last 30 years, the cost of education at a public school, and we're talking like a public university or college, has gone up 3.6 times from what it was just 30 years ago.
What?
It's expensive. So what do most people do if they need to pay for school? They take out student loans. Right now, the total amount of student debt in America is approaching $1 trillion. That's more than all the credit card debt combined. The only thing that eclipses it is government debt. But hey, they had a head start, so got to give credit where credit's due. The problem is, when a person goes to school and they accumulate tens of thousands of dollars of debt to get that degree, they come out of school with the expectation that I'm going to have a good job, I'm going to start making good money, and I'll get these loans paid off, because student loans are not forgivable debt. It's strange. You can't declare bankruptcy and get rid of those student loans. In fact, the only other category of debt that cannot be forgiven is money that you gained by criminal means. So if you're paying back money that you stole from a bank that you robbed, that debt can't be forgiven. Neither can student loans. I don't know what that says, but it plays into the larger point here. When a person comes out of college and job prospects are bad, and let's just say, for instance, just hypothetically, what if the economy sucked for the last 4 years or so? Just play along. What if?
I'm picking up your sarcasm.
A guy who went to school to get a law degree comes out with over $100,000 worth of student loans and ends up tending bar instead of practicing law. See, this is the reality that a lot of people are facing, and it illustrates a couple of problems. Number one, the higher education system is a for-profit system. It's not so much about education as it is about turning a profit, making sure the schools are making money. The way they do that is they charge exorbitant amounts of money in order to go to school. Secondly, the job prospects being what they are, a person cannot count on having a clear means of paying off their debt. And so they're stuck. Sometimes these loans are packaged and they're sold to other finance companies, and sometimes the interest rates will go up. A person who starts with $30,000 or $40,000 worth of student loan debt could find themselves facing $100,000 or $200,000 worth of debt by the time that penalties and fees have been tacked on. It's a very dangerous position to be in, and it requires some thinking outside the box. So I'm going to go outside the box. Join me for this. Don't go to college.
What?
Now, I'm not saying that education doesn't matter. Please don't misunderstand. Education does matter. But education outside of the formal classroom may actually be a more important way to make your mark in the world. And here's why. A young man by the name of Dale J. Stevens received the coveted Thiel Fellowship. This is the golden ticket to the Silicon Valley, the heart of technology. Now, this fellowship stipulated, it's a six-figure fellowship, and I think it's spread out over 2 years. During the 2 years that he was the recipient of this fellowship, he could not attend any institution of higher learning.
What?
And Dale agreed. He said, absolutely. Because he understood. College actually held him back from what he was really set out to do, which was to innovate, to invent, and to create something that Silicon Valley really excels in and rewards. So his advice was, students, college may be right for some people, but when you're faced with the prospect of racking up debt that will be with you likely for the rest of your life, in fact, you could have your Social Security checks attached to help pay off those student loans from way back when you were young, instead of doing that, think about getting experience in the real world.
So you're not going to go to law school? What do you want to do then? I want to dance.
See, there's something that's taking place now that hasn't been available before. It used to be that the college degree indicated to a potential employer, you are ready to enter the workforce. But But now we have a bypass. It's called the information superhighway. And through organizations and through websites like LinkedIn, Facebook, even Google, a person can advertise their skills, their talents, their portfolio to potential employers and show what they've actually done. It's not just a piece of paper. These are their real-world accomplishments. The bottom line is this: education matters. It needs to be a lifelong pursuit. But you can still be a productive member of society. You can still change the world, even if you don't have those special letters behind your name. I'm Bryan Hyde. I'm telling it like it is.